Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Welcome back. We're glad you're here. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Together, we're Backyard Musings, Science and Technology Channel.
Yeah, and today we are, well, first of all, thank you for everybody who has subscribed and continues to subscribe and watch us and leave comments. We really appreciate that immensely. But today we are talking about solar energy. And we are both solar energy participants. Sadly, sadly, when Steve leaves this great state of California, soon to be great state when we can get rid of our current governor and get a new one, he will not be partaking of the solar because he's surrounded by trees in his new home. So
they're tall trees.
Not gonna work out for him, but
not gonna work out.
But yeah, but he's well, anyway, let's get into this topic. This is cool.
Okay. A new energy multiplying solar breakthrough could push efficiency beyond 100% and transform how we capture sunlight. Solar energy is widely seen as a key tool in reducing reliance on fossil fuels and slowing the effects of the ice age. The sun delivers a vast amount of energy to Earth every second, but today's solar cells can only capture a small portion of it. This limitation comes from so-called physical ceiling that has long been considered unavoidable. Would you like to know more?
Before I get into my segment, we drove past the solar plant in Prim yesterday. We drove through it a week ago, and then we drove through it last night. And when we drove by it the first time, it didn't look like it was operating. Oh. Yesterday, it looked like it was in full speed ahead. So I don't know if it's just a reflection that's happening on the mirrors to the tower. But I haven't heard any update on whether that thing is completely shut down or not. I know it's supposed to shut down, and I thought they'd shut it down.
Yeah,
but
it's a shame. It's a shame.
Is. Yeah, millions of dollars in tax subsidies given for that project by, I believe, either Barack Obama or Joe Biden. I think it was Barack Obama. I think that's.
Yeah, I'll bet some of the money went back to their campaigns. I'll bet you gold on that.
Yeah. So, they asked for send me the more money, and they got it. So, and then they probably sent it back, and it probably went towards somebody's library. Speaking of, not to get off this topic, but I read a funny little deal where they're requiring an ID to get into the Obama library. How about that, huh?
So that's racist, Scott.
Yeah,
that is racist.
You bet.
Because we all know that some people can't get IDs.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
That's what the Democrats tell us.
Yeah. All right. In a study published March 25th of 2026 in the Journal of the American Chemical Society, researchers from the Kyushu University in Japan, working with collaborators at the Johannes Gutenberg University, or JGU, Mainz in Germany, introduced a new approach to overcome this barrier. They used a molybdenum-based metal complex known as a spin-flip emitter to capture extra energy through a singlet fission. Speaking of molybdenum, that is what's mined in Mountain Pass. Very rare metal. So
molybdenum,
yeah, molybdenum, yeah, whatever. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's very, very flexible, very strong. They use it for masts and stuff. I mean, it's but it's very rare metal. There's only a few places in the world that mine it. So, okay. Often described as a dream technology for improving light conversion. This method achieved an energy conversion efficiency of about 130%. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. Exceeding the traditional 100% limit and pointing toward more powerful future solar cells.
Wow. Solar cells generate electricity when photons from light struck a semiconductor and transfer their energy to electrons, setting them in motion and producing electric current. This process can be visualized as a relay where energy is passed along particle by particle.
However, not all sunlight contributes equally. Low energy infrared photons lack the power to excite electrons, while high energy photons, such as blue light, lose excess energy as heat. Because of this imbalance, solar cells can only utilize roughly 1/3 of incoming sunlight. This restriction is known as the Shockley, was that Kesar limit,
Yeah.
and has posed a major challenge for decades. So I wonder if that's why you got to have, if there's so many, why there's so many solar farms out there, and we're not getting a break on our power. I don't know.
Maybe, but they'll find some way to tax it. They'll find a way.
Yeah.
All right, quote, we have two main strategies to break through this limit, says Yoichi Sasaki, associate professor at Kyushu University's Faculty of Engineering. Continuing the quote, one is to convert lower energy infrared photons into higher energy visible photons. The other, what we explore here, is to use SF to generate two excitons from a single exciton photon.
Okay. Under typical conditions, one photon produces just one spin singlet exciton after excitation. With SF, that single high energy exciton can split into two lower energy spin triplet excitons, potentially doubling the usable energy. While materials like tetracene can support this process efficiently, contributing the resulting excitons has remained difficult.
Hey, Scott, our viewers want to know if you have ever achieved excitation.
Only when I'm listening to the song Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys.
Very good one. Good one. All right, quote, the energy can be easily stolen by a mechanism called Förster resonance energy transfer, FRET. Before multiplication occurs, Sasaki explains, we therefore needed an energy acceptor that selectively captures the multiplied triplet excitons after fission.
To solve this problem, the researchers turned to metal complexes, which can be precisely engineered at the molecular level. They identified a molybdenum-based spin flip emitter that can effectively collect the energy produced during SF. In these molecules, an electron changes its spin during interactions with near-infrared light, allowing the system to absorb triplet energy efficiently.
I just want to point out that the term spin flip they got from the NFL.
Okay. Gotcha.
By carefully adjusting energy levels, the team reduced losses from FRET and enabled selective extraction of the multiplied excitons. Quote, we could not have reached this point without the Heinz group from JGU Mines, Sasaki says. Adrian Sauer, a graduate student from the group visiting Kyushu University on exchange with the paper's second author, brought the team's attention to a material that has long been studied there, leading to the collaboration.
Okay, and I just totally lost my notes.
You want me to keep going while you look?
Yeah, go ahead if you want.
When combined with tetracene-based materials in solution, the system successfully harvested energy with quantum yields of around 130%. In practical terms, this means about 1.3 molybdenum-based metal complexes were activated for every photon absorbed, surpassing the conventional limit and demonstrating that more energy carriers were generated than incoming photons.
This research introduces a new strategy for amplifying excitons. Although it is still at an early proof of concept stage, the team plans to integrate the materials into solid-state systems to improve energy transfer and more closer to real-world solar cell applications.
The findings may also inspire further work combining singlet fission with metal complexes, with potential issues not only in solar energy, but also in LEDs and emerging quantum technologies. We love the quantum technologies.
Yes, you do. Everything quantum and nano. Yep.
All right, folks.
All about it.
There you have it.
Thanks again for listening. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Yeah.